If anyone woke up with a serious case of the Mondays this week, it's probably everyone who we're talking about in this entire episode. Starting with the biggest news of the moment, Alex Jones has been banned from the internet. He's very upset.
He is not happy.
No.
The shirt is off. The skin, bright red.
Bright red. The frogs, gay.
Obviously, Alex Jones is not completely banned from the internet, but 3 major companies who had previously allowed him to host his very special brand of news coverage have all decided to take the final step and just remove his content entirely. After some had previously issued takedowns or short-term bans for their platforms, on Monday morning, it was announced that the content from Alex Jones and his InfoWars pages would be taken down from sites like Facebook, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Also Pinterest, apparently.
And I guess, well, this was previous, but Spotify took down a bunch of his podcasts as well.
But not Twitter. Anything goes.
Yeah.
This is all, of course, in response to what they describe as numerous terms of service violations.
Numerous being the main point here.
Facebook even went so far as to suspend Alex Jones's personal profile from their site, which is remarkable considering how difficult it is to delete your own account if you want to.
Yeah, it's a long con to get your account deleted.
Yeah, if you're having trouble getting your Facebook account off there, just start
conspiracy blog.
Just start accusing victims of tragedies of being crisis actors working for the deep state, and they'll do it for you.
It's the only way you can leave Facebook. Now, of course, it should be once again noted that the positions Alex Jones takes on certain subjects are, again, unique. The parents of the children killed at Sandy Hook are crisis actors. Bill Gates is secretly into eugenics and wants to wipe out minorities. Satanic elitists like us are trying to take over America. Glenn Beck is a CIA operative. The chemicals in the water are turning the frickin' frogs gay.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Serious crap.
The liberals are going to start a civil war on the 4th of July. That went well. And, okay, you get the picture. Now, angrily ranting about gay frogs is one thing, but a lot of the outright lies spewed from his platform have turned into real-life harassment for those involved. So this is most likely the line that was drawn regarding the companies who allowed him to host his content on their platforms.
I saw so many comments on Twitter and shit. They're like, oh, well, where's the line, guys? Like, they're coming for you next. Like, what? I think
the line is way back there. It's way back.
I think we're all pretty safe.
Yeah, he's been moving the goalposts for a long time.
Yeah.
Anyways, Jones, again, we should also reiterate, he's currently being sued for defamation by some of the Sandy Hook families after claiming that whole thing was a hoax. Not looking well.
Yeah, and probably gonna lose. And when that happens,
then the free speech has actually been lost.
Yep. And you're probably not gonna want to be one of the platforms that hosts his content once that goes down, because then you're next in line. Anyway, back to the suspension from those platforms, though. According to the New York Times on Sunday, the failing New York Times.
Oh, yeah.
Apple removed 5 of the 6 InfoWars podcasts. Damn, this popular podcast app. Which is the one that made it?
I'm not sure. Probably Happy Fun Time Hour with Alex Jones.
It's their foodie podcast.
Yeah. So anyways, this is what I'm eating this week.
So commenting on the move, a spokeswoman said, Apple does not tolerate hate speech.
Simple enough.
Then on Monday, Facebook had removed 4 pages that belonged to Mr. Jones for violating its policies by glorifying violence and using dehumanizing language to describe people who are transgender, Muslim, and immigrant. YouTube terminated Mr. Jones' channel, which had more than 2.4 million subscribers, for repeatedly violating its policies, including its prohibition on hate speech. Spotify cited its own prohibition on hate speech as the reason for removing a podcast by Mr. Jones.
So a spokesperson from YouTube stated, when users violate policies repeatedly, like our policies against hate speech and harassment, or our terms prohibiting circumvention of our enforcement measures, we terminate their accounts. And another spokesperson from Google added that YouTube terminated Mr. Jones' channel outright because he continued to flout policies he had already been penalized for violating. So Jones himself quickly and predictably turned the whole thing into a fight for freedom of speech, saying in a tweet, "We've been banned completely from Facebook, Apple, and Spotify. What conservative news outlets will be next? The one platform they can't ban and will always have our live stream is," and then he links to his own website, and he's not wrong. Because first of all, no one is saying that he can't spout his crazy shit, they just don't want to provide him the platform to do it, and also potentially be liable in lawsuits. He violated the terms of service policies that they had in place. They had rules and he violated them.
Yeah.
On his website, he makes his own policy. It's
Yeah.
easy, so he can theoretically say whatever he wants over there. Freedom of speech, perfectly intact.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, instead of going to Facebook and searching for InfoWars, you just go to the address bar in your browser and you type infowars.com.
Yeah.
And that's really the only thing that's going to change for all you gay frogs out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyways, also, I know plenty of conservatives probably wouldn't want, appreciate someone like Alex Jones saying that his show being taken off these platforms is a war on conservative news outlets because they probably don't want to be, at least a lot of them, aligned with a conspiracy theorist.
He's not.
Kind of hurts any normalcy. Anyways, him claiming that his show is a shining example of conservative viewpoints and freedom of speech is clearly meant to rile up people on both sides. And as we've always said, he's not a journalist. He's a provocateur, which is fine, I guess. We don't have to like him. You don't have to like him. People can listen to whatever they want, but websites aren't forced to host content that they feel breaks their rules.
So this is, for whatever reason, a very divisive topic. Almost entirely because the people who don't normally watch this channel because they like us and our commentary on the news will come in and they'll leave comments about how we're shitting on freedom of speech or whatever. So, whatever. We don't want to rehash this. Let's move on to some more people just getting dunked on from the past few days, like Johnny Football himself, Johnny Manziel. Now, you probably don't remember Johnny Manziel, but he was a great quarterback in college who completely shit the bed once he went pro in the NFL, and he was widely regarded as an arrogant prick who had multiple run-ins with the law. He played 2 seasons for the Cleveland Browns before being dropped.
So Johnny Football eventually found a home up in Canada as backup for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, who actually just kept him as a backup for another player and had him benched for 6 weeks straight before they ended up trading him to the Montreal Alouettes.
Alouette, Jean Alouette.
Yeah, Canadian football team names are weird. Anyways, it was finally Manziel's time to shine. He could prove to the world that he was not someone who should be mocked. And he had the perfect opportunity to do that in his first ever starting game in the CFL because it was against the team that had just traded him to Montreal. He would certainly show them what a terrible mistake that they'd made. So what do you think happened?
He broke every record in Canadian football. He made the other team cry and beg for forgiveness, and he made love to every woman in attendance. No, he didn't do any of those things. His first pass in the game was an interception, and his second pass ever was also intercepted. By halftime alone, Manziel had already thrown 4 interceptions and was benched by the coach for the remainder of the game, which, by the way, when it was all said and done, Hamilton had crushed Montreal with a score of 50-11. So bravo, Johnny Football Star. Bravo.
Yeah, he really showed the world, huh? I wonder if he still plays. He was playing like baseball for the Padres.
What?
Yeah, it's a strange tale.
Yeah, maybe it's just not my sport.
Keep trying, buddy. Anyway, speaking of the best, but still getting completely destroyed, it doesn't just happen in typical sports. The ownage has even crept its way into esports as well, because over the weekend, a Dota team consisting of 3 former pro players, 1 current pro player, and a competitive commentator played a match against a team consisting of AI bots from Elon Musk's artificial intelligence research company, OpenAI. And I'm sure that you already guessed what happened next, right? Yep. The team of human players were fed a nice slice of humble pie as they suffered a crushing defeat to their AI overlords. Now, the bots didn't just crush them 2-1 in the basic game either. They also kind of talk shit to the players by randomly spamming their projected win percentage in chat, saying in one screenshot, "We estimate the probability of winning to be above 95%, which is just extra harsh coming from a robot.
Never tell me the odds. According to the report from anime weeb blog Kotaku,
Sure.
the OpenAI bot team has bigger plans in store for the future because they want to take their talents to Valve's official international tournament to compete against the best Dota players in the world. But you have to wonder, if AI keeps dominating like this, what's the fucking point of watching a bunch of shitty humans attempt to beat each other? Wouldn't it be far more interesting to see artificial intelligence companies compete with each other to be the best?
Yeah. OpenAI versus Boston Dynamics in a battle of the Dota International Championship.
Yeah. In the future,
We don't have to do anything. We just relax.
there's not going to be any more concussions or anything.
Yeah.
We're just going to send the robots out there and they can fucking kill each other and it doesn't matter because they don't have souls.
Well, so Boston Dynamics is real robots, which could be great for a football league.
Yeah.
Seeing robots destroy each other, lots of fun. That's why BattleBots is so big. But
Yeah.
we just need to evolve it. They can't just be RC cars anymore. We've grown up. Anyways, now it's time for another update to a previous video because it's a new dawn, it's a new day, and it's a new attempt for MoviePass to save itself from itself. Today, they actually officially announced the real changes that will be coming to their service. According to an official statement from their CEO, surge pricing not going to continue.
Woo!
And they won't be raising their prices to $15 per month. Good, right?
Okay, yeah.
But they are restricting the amount of movies you can see with MoviePass to just 3 movies for the entire month.
I mean, it's still a good deal.
Yeah.
A pretty damn good deal. Have you seen how much these tickets cost these days? Having said that, it's not the deal that a lot of their customers signed up for. Seeing 3 movies a month for a price that's cheaper than one single ticket, still great for consumers as long as you see at least 1 movie every month. Still doesn't seem like that great of a business plan.
No.
But whatever. As far as restrictions on what you can see, now we're not sure yet, but the wording in their official statement doesn't really fill us with a whole lot of confidence because they chose the words very carefully, saying the customers would have the ability to get tickets to, quote, many major studio first-run films.
Many.
Dozens of movies a year.
Even that seems a bit high. Like maybe one big major motion picture a month, and it's definitely not going to be Mission Impossible, definitely not going to be Avengers.
No, it's going to be movies that basically...
Slender Man. It's from a major studio.
It's going to be movies where they run the numbers, they run the odds, and they're like, this is going to fail.
Yeah.
So let's make a
MoviePass.
deal with MoviePass
Yeah.
where like at least then more people will see it.
I don't know. If people are using the service and just seeing one movie, it's still going to cost them money. Just based on the cost of the ticket, even if it's subsidized, but having to run this service costs money.
I'm still having trouble seeing how anyone ends up profiting.
Except for the consumer.
Yeah.
Thank you again.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Thank you. Anyways, I'm sure that this isn't the last that we've heard from MoviePass. Not even for this week, I would wager. But let us know if this is a deal breaker for you in the comments below. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe don't leave a comment if you're one of those people who's deleting their YouTube account in solidarity with Alex Jones. It's really the only way to show that you support the just freedom of speech. The only way to do it is deleting your account and never coming to the website ever again.
Yeah.
Why would you want to have an account and leave comments with that account on a platform that goes against your very particular ideals?
Are you a bad enough dude to completely erase yourself from the internet? Bet you won't.
Bet you won't.
Pussy.
Anyways, watch a brand new episode of NewsDump where we go through even more of the MoviePass saga and a new episode of Weekly Weird News where a politician might be attracted to Bigfoot and his giant dong. Allegedly. To Bigfoot and Bigfoot's giant dong. Yeah, bye.
Bye.